NFTs are digital assets that serve as secure ownership documents and can be a valuable investment for collectors. It can also be dangerous. Find out how to create, buy, and sell NFTs. The enormous popularity of NFTs during the pandemic has left many investors wondering how to buy them. Artists, collectors, and speculators spilled into action as the prices of cryptocurrencies and other digital assets rose and fell. Shoppers have paid millions of dollars for digital artwork like CryptoPunks' pixelated selfies. Whether this is an unsustainable bubble about to burst or the emergence of a new long-term asset class remains to be seen. But NFTs themselves hold great promise for artists and also have applications in the business world. Not sure what an NFT is, how to start investing, or if you should invest in it in the first place? Here's what you need to know. Welcome to the investment channel. Support us with your like and subscribe. Enjoy watching. How to buy, create, and sell non-fungible tokens. NFT stands for non-fungible token. NFTs are used to denote ownership or other rights to use unique assets, usually digital assets such as artwork, musical works, and video game items. These tokens are created and managed on the blockchain, the same digital ledger technology system used by Bitcoin and other types of cryptocurrencies. NFTs are mostly based on the Ethereum network, but there are other chains that also use some NFTs such as Solana and Polkadot. Think of these digital tokens as some sort of virtual certificate, similar to a physical certificate or an address you provide to prove you own a physical asset, such as a property. This is a guide to digital property originally designed for digital assets and art. However, NFTs can also be used to secure ownership of any unique physical asset, from personal effects to collectibles to physical works of art. For our purposes, we refer to NFTs primarily as virtual assets unless otherwise specified. Not all NFT projects are created equal. Some projects sell NFTs without copyright or beneficial ownership of the digital assets themselves. As with all purchases, research potential purchases to get an idea of what you are buying. NFT markets provides terms and conditions, including licenses applicable to NFTs purchased on the site. These terms vary by market, and some NFTs have specific and proprietary licensing rights. The NFT license agreement is the primary definition of your token buyer's rights, so read it before you buy. If a non-fungible token contains associated images or other digital formats, the associated data can be stored on a separate blockchain network, further complicating the understanding of ownership. In some cases, NFT data can be stored separately in interplanetary file systems. If so, this information must be included in the NFT description. As with any creative industry, there are some problems with fake NFTs. It is important to investigate the reputation of the original token provider. Even if the seller is legitimate, the investment itself may not turn out as expected. Investing in NFTs has proven to be highly volatile. For example, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey's first tweet sold as an NFT in March 2021 for $22.9 million. About a year later, in April 2022, the token returned to the market, but it didn't receive an offer greater than $280. NFTs are bought and sold through dedicated NFT marketplaces such as Amazon and Etsy for digital assets only. These markets can be used to buy NFTs at fixed prices or act as virtual auctions as trading systems for buying and selling cryptocurrencies and stocks. Therefore, the price of NFTs sold at auction is volatile and their value changes based on demand. The higher the demand, the higher the price. One of the main differences between NFTs, stocks, and cryptocurrencies is that stocks and cryptocurrencies are fungible. That is, each unit is the same as any other unit. One Amazon share is equal to another Amazon share, and one Bitcoin token is equal to another. But NFTs are not the same. In other words, purchase tokens are unique items that cannot be directly exchanged for anything else. To bid on these digital asset tokens, you need to open and fund your crypto wallet on the NFT market. Crypto wallets, like digital wallets on e-commerce platforms, store the cryptocurrencies needed to purchase NFTs. Your wallet must have the required cryptocurrency to purchase eligible NFTs. For example, Ethereum blockchain technology may require purchase in Ether tokens. There are several markets that support the purchase of NFTs. Some of the best NFT markets include OpenSea, Rarible, SuperRare, and Foundation. There are other niche markets that specialize in specific assets. For example, NBA Top Shots is owned by the National Basketball Association and sells player performance clips as NFT. Regardless of the market, you should open and fund your cryptocurrency wallet before bidding and buying tokens. As non-fungible tokens can be any digital assets, such as a work of art, music, video, or an object in a video game. When you own a non-fungible token, your digital assets are usually yours as you want them to be. Keep it in your collection, show it to others, or use it as part of a larger digital project. You can also list and sell them. The market charges a commission for the sale of NFTs. These fees are subject to change based on the blockchain network used by tokens. This is like the blockchain computing required to verify that NFT consume electricity, known as gas fee. To sell a digital asset you own, you need to upload your pieces to the market of your choice if the market supports the blockchain on which the NFT is built. From there, you can choose to put it up for sale at a fixed price or sell it in an auction format where buyers bid. Once uploaded, the marketplace verifies the original. After the sale, the market will handle the transfer of NFTs from seller to buyer and transfer the crypto funds to the wallet. Part of the appeal of NFTs comes from the creators, for example artists, musicians, directors, writers, etc., who can vouch for the authenticity of their work and monetize it as an NFT. Anyone can convert their digital assets into NFTs or mint it and sell them on the market. Each platform does things a little differently, but the basic creation process is same. Open and fund your crypto wallet. Upload your work by clicking the Create button in the marketplace. List NFTs for sale at a fixed price or through auction. Some NFTs have appreciated in recent years and have attracted a lot of interest from the investment community. There are several benefits to consider when buying and using NFTs. Several physical collectibles such as art have a proven track record, and digital art can cost the same. Buying and selling digital assets like NFTs gives you access to far more buyers and sellers than ever before. A smart contract, which is a series of encrypted commands embedded in the blockchain, ensures that artists and creators are paid based on the future use and resale of their work. NFT platforms can determine which NFTs should and shouldn't be listed in their market, which allows them to blacklist certain NFTs or creators. Although content moderation is philosophically inconsistent with the immutable intent of the blockchain, most users of the NFT market appreciate the removal of known unreliable or illegal NFTs. But there are also some reasons not to invest in and use NFTs. Since most NFTs are fixed assets and do not generate income on their own, they are valued primarily on the basis of subjective measures, such as buyer demand. Therefore, price increases will not last forever and NFTs can lose significant value. Creating and selling NFTs isn't free, and the fees can add up to more than an NFT is valued by other users on a marketplace. NFTs and the blockchain technology they are built on have an impact on the environment, as they require a lot of energy to create and verify transactions. Some NFT projects may not guarantee the rights to the digital asset itself, so make sure to do some homework to determine where the digital asset is located and whether you can control moving the asset to a different location. The NFT move is new and early proof of a potential cryptocurrency to make the digital economy work for more people. Creating and selling digital assets is highly profitable for content creators. But when it comes to buying collectible NFTs, it becomes a speculative investment. The value is uncertain and will fluctuate based on the demand for the work. There are no hard and fast rules as to which assets increase in value and which do not, but identifying new trends in NFT early on can pay off much later. Some digital artwork that originally sold for a small amount now sells for thousands of dollars. If you have an interest for things like art and music and enjoy collecting, dabbling in NFT investing can make sense. Things to check when buying an asset include the creator of the asset, the uniqueness of the work, the ownership history of the asset, and whether the asset once owned can be used to generate income. Keep in mind that this doesn't change the fact that digital assets may actually cool down at some point in the future. Indeed, cryptocurrency projects and NFTs, along with the stock market, began to suffer from a massive recession in early 2022. Consider the risks and spread your investments. Perhaps combine stocks of companies that develop cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology into your NFT wallet. NFT is in an early stage of development. It's a promising new frontier in the tech world, but there are a lot of risks involved when investing in the emerging phase of any move. As you learn about NFTs, remember to take it lightly and keep your investments diversified to reduce the risk of a single asset hindering your progress in building your wealth. Thank you for watching. Support the channel, subscribe, and don't forget to press like button. Feel free to write in the comments below on what topic you would like to see in new video.